hello and welcome to a new episode of our program, The Cultural Magazine. We're going to bring you the latest cultural events that are taking place in Egypt. Please stay tuned. The Cairo Opera House plays a significant role in the cultural movement that is taking place in Egypt. Please stay tuned.
The Cairo Opera House presented the Danish National Opera, The Masquerade, by the renowned composer Carl Nielsen, in cooperation with the Embassy of Denmark in Cairo, accompanied by the Cairo Opera Orchestra, conducted by the great Danish conductor Peter Atrup Larsen, and with the participation of the Cairo Opera Choir. The main roles are played by an elite group of Danish opera singers and some members of the Cairo Opera Company, where the story of the opera revolves around Leander and Leonora, who meet by chance in a masquerade party, and they swear that their love will last forever and exchange rings. The next day, Leander tells his servant Henrik about his new love, and he is astonished when Henrik reminds him that his parents have engaged him to Leonora, the daughter of Leonard from the remote Slagos. In the third chapter, all parties meet at the night masquerade party, where everything is revealed and the story ends for everyone's benefit.
It has been so amazing to have this cooperation, and we're very happy that that we have this Danish-Egyptian cultural cooperation. And as you mentioned, it is 120 years ago this opera Masquerade has had its premiere in Copenhagen, and since then it has been traveling around the world, primarily in Europe and North America. But now it's the first time at the African continent to have the premiere, and we are so happy that it is here in Cairo in the famous Opera House. It is so important for us. We of course want to improve our bilateral relations all the time, and we do that through culture and also many other areas. But culture is so important. It's people to people, and an event like tonight is illustrative of the Danish-Egyptian relationship. So this masquerade is about joy and love to life, love to people. And we Danes, we really do love Egypt, and we love Egyptians, so we're so happy for this premiere tonight. Culture is so much. It's of course the last 20 years we have had concerts and operas and ballets here at the Opera House, but it's also about research, about history and archaeology. And in all these areas, Danish experts have been coming to Cairo for many years and are still here. And just recently, some of the Danish archaeologists were helping with the excavation at the Giza pyramids. And so in that sense, the cultural cooperation is very broad, and we are so happy to have this close cooperation with Egypt. It's important for both sides to learn from each other and use each other, and the Danish opera singers have been looking so much forward to coming here, and we're very happy that our maestro Peter Atrup Larsen has come with his crew, and they have been training all week with the excellent colleagues at the Cairo Choir and also the Symphony Orchestra, and now I look very much forward tonight to see the result with the Masquerade. and I'm sure they are all nervous now, waiting for the to go on stage. And we are so happy to be here and look forward to seeing the result. And also, I'm so happy that so many Egyptians have decided to come tonight and show up and show their appreciation for the Danish-Egyptian cooperation here. It is so important, the people-to-people contact, to understanding each other's cultures, where are we from and how are we, and we are all human beings. We all have love and fear and all these emotions. In that sense, we are all humans, and we can learn from each other, and I'm very pleased that we are here tonight. So thank you so much.
It's such an honor and a joy being back here, and it's always exciting working at the Cairo Opera House. We have had tremendously little time to prepare this, so it's not only the first time on the African continent, I would say it's a world premiere, it's a world record in prep time, because we have had less than a week, yeah. So it has been a tremendous effort of everybody, and we have the opera chorus, we have local soloists, we have the Danish soloists, and it's just fantastic, and it's going to be a great experience, and it's so much fun. It's such a wonderful opera.
Well, that is for us also a wonderful opportunity. We are, like Peter says, honored to be able to bring some of our music to your culture, and we're going to start in about 8 minutes, so we're actually quite excited.
But it's a cultural exchange for us too, because for us it's our first time in Egypt and in Cairo, and it's such an experience to be here and to get to know the city.
This is really nice to be here, I must say. Yeah, it's quite an experience.
This is an opera about happiness, about the joy of life, and the production is a testament of how it's possible for people from all over the world to work together. So I think this is just such a wonderful example of the joy of life, the possibility of working together, being friends across continents, across the globe, and I see a lot of hope for the world in a project like this. So we are so excited, we're looking so much forward to it.
It's an old story, but it's a funny story, and it works today still, because love stories are without any kind of age. Yes.
And there's so much wonderful music in the opera. I mean, it's really, it goes to the heart.
Yes. And the text is very funny. We hope you get all the jokes.
The Cairo Opera House is the cultural lighthouse of the Middle East. It presents serious arts and an address of Egypt's artistic and cultural identity, exporting a lofty image of our dear Egypt and exposing this nation to the finest arts on earth. Shuruq Bikir, Cultural Magazine.
The culture in all the world acts as a bridge linking countries to each other. The Ministry of Culture is always keen on boosting relations with other countries through culture.
For the first time, the Cairo Opera House hosted the Greek National Ballet Company to present two diverse performances in cooperation with the Greek Embassy in Cairo and the Stavros Niarchos Foundation as part of its cultural exchange and to present the Greek art to the Egyptian nation. The first show, entitled Dancing with My Own Shadow, which came to light in 2019 and achieved great success at the Stavros Niarchos Hall. Its music was written by Manos Hiridagis and was choreographed by Konstantinos Rigosi, which expresses the recognition of what happens in life and what a person carries forever.
I try to be as much as possible in everything related to Egypt, of course, first of all. Secondly, to support all the cultural activities that help or that create for the Egyptian society and space of dialogue. As you know, this night we're going to see a Greek theater, and I think that because of the history, Egypt and Greece are very close, very close. History has been, in the past, one for both countries now. I think that many actually of the places of Egypt, actually of many of the pharaohs and all that, deals with the Greek language. They are very, very close. For me, actually, it's kind of a combo, you know, the Greek, Italian, and Egypt is for me one combo in history. The three countries have been very close together from long time. So to watch this, for instance, this theater also show many things about Egypt or the implication with Egypt, and that's why I'm here. Unfortunately, the budget is difficult at this moment, but I am keen in bringing some artists. We have wonderful theater also, and we have artists for opera singers, and I am now focusing in bringing one opera tenor singer, probably a Mexican singer, tenor, that lives in Vienna, and that probably is closer to bring him that directly from Mexico. So I am working on that, and I will be more than happy to have you if we have one function in that sense.
The second night included the Summer Return show, which is characterized by vitality and dynamism and is divided into two parts. The first is entitled Point of No Return, music by Yorgos Komidakis and choreography by Lounis Mandavones, and the second is entitled Summer Nights, music by Hector Perlios and choreography by Konstantinos Rigosi. They belong to modern dance, deriving their vocabulary and roots from traditional classical ballet to reflect many human feelings, including love and loneliness, as well as nights of love and dreams under the light of the moon through classical romantic dances.
For me, it's a very special evening because I recognize a lot of the themes from my childhood. I recognize the composers. I recognize a lot of the culture that this is taken from, and that is very special. I would single out the music of Manos Hadzidakis, who is a very favorite composer, a genius musician. It's for me very interesting to see this merging of the traditional and the classic with the modern dance. Of course, I shouldn't forget to mention the lovely wardrobe that the dancers are wearing, that adds to the whole cultural experience, if you like. So yes, indeed, as you said, it's yet another proof that culture is a universal language, and this is a very good way to have a performance without words that speaks directly to a civilization like the Egyptian one, which is so close, and despite the different language, you don't need to explain anything. I think the audience fully gets what this performance is about. I think it's a great opportunity also because this medium, this kind of performance doesn't happen often. Usually you have more traditional cultural performances, but this is rather unique because it combines a lot of different elements, and the viewers get to see something which is not so so common, if you like, in terms of cultural performances. Of course, the same happens with Egyptian envoys abroad, and people are very keen to get to know the Egyptian civilization through such performances in our own countries. But indeed, as you said, we're ambassadors for an entire spectrum of across an entire spectrum of fields, and culture is it's a very important one if we want to bring peoples together.
happy to have the chance to unite Greek and Egyptian culture on stage. It is a big success. Dance with My Own Shadow. It's been great having it around Greece and now in Egypt. It's a Greek piece, Greek music, Greek kind of steps. It's more like a contemporary dance, not so much classical ballet or neoclassical, but it's more like a contemporary dance, having lots of Greek elements, Greek dance elements, and it's I don't know what else to say. It's just a huge pleasure presenting it to you. It's a great honor to be here, and it feels like the soul, our soul, is close to you guys, and it's just a big pleasure. Yes, it is definitely a big encouragement, and yeah, as I said before, it just feels like home. It feels like second home being here, and I hope it's not the last time visiting. I hope it's just the beginning.
To build creative cooperation through culture and art with various countries of the world. That's why inviting the Greek National Ballet Company for the first time to perform in Cairo is a great proof that art is a universal language. Shuruk Bikir, Cultural Magazine.
Egypt is always keen on honoring its icons in the fields of singing and the field of music.
As part of the cultural plans aimed at enriching the conscience of society, the Cairo Opera House, headed by Dr. Lamia Zaid, recently organized a concert for the famous musician and pianist Amr Slim. Amr Slim has prepared a rich artistic program that includes a group of Arabic music works that he formulated to suit the piano and were composed by major composers. The concert program includes a group of Arabic music works, including Qalbi Muftahu, or The Key to My Heart, Dunya Risha في هواك, or The World is a Feather in the Air, and many others. It is worth noting that the musician and pianist Amr Slim was influenced by music since his childhood when he listened to his grandmother playing the oud. And that's when he discovered his talent and joined the boarding school for the blind and had a passion for music classes. He began playing the accordion, and after 5 years he chose the piano and then joined the Nasser Institute for Arabic Music, through which he participated in many music competitions, including Best Instrumentalist as a student in junior high school, and he won the first place in the Republic. He joined Cairo University and participated in the competition over the course of the 4 university years. The heads of the competition at that time were renowned musicians. After he graduated from university, he established his first musical band consisting of Dr. Ismat Nasser, Atif Imam, Amr Fuad, and Hisham Mohammed Al-Arabi, Ibn Muhammad Al-Arabi Al-Raqaq, and the band was working on new editions of the old classical forgotten songs. Amr Slim was honored in several festivals, including the Arabic Music Festival in 2019 and the Citadel Festival in 2021.
Well, with this, my dear viewers, we come to the end of this episode of our program, The Culture Magazine. I hope you've enjoyed being with me. Please wait for me in the next episode. Until then, it's goodbye.